everybody. Attorney Chris Stewart, along with my law partner, Justin. So we're heartbroken, confused, but not angry. No person out there should be angry. This isn't a time for unrest or division. This isn't a time to accuse every officer out there of being a bad cop, because that's just not true. There are phenomenal police officers out there in APD and across this country, people we depend on every day for our lives. But we have a responsibility to speak up when something wrong has occurred. So we're destroyed by the announcement today. And we'll continue our fight in civil court, because that seems to be the only place that we can get justice, possibly, depending on the city of Atlanta and its leadership. But they did not. They did not. They chose not to when they were justified. But they decided to use lethal force as a man was running away 19 feet away.
Is losing a fight a reason enough for Rayshard Brooks to have lost his life? That's the question. You lost the fight. There are 100 other tools at your disposal that you can use as a police officer to catch a suspect that's fleeing. Whatever else happened before, he was shot in the back, 19 feet away. Now, we have seen over the last few years school shooters, mass shooters, people shooting up churches. Many of these people were taken into custody without incident. They definitely were not killed.
What we have now seen, the entire world has seen, is one finding from a district attorney, pictures, exhibits, breakdowns of videos, finding guilt, finding them at fault. Then today, we watch, as a world, as a community, another district attorney or prosecutor finding a totally different result from the same facts. And all of you can understand, no matter what you look like, how that's confusing.
So there's a racial element every time you send an officer who is not trained, who is not familiar with the community, who's never taking a butt whooping into a community where these things might happen, right? There's a racial element. There's an undertone. It's there. But that doesn't mean, and we're not saying that this was caused by some type of racial animus. We're not saying that at all. But everyone sees the racial element that's present.
You know, we've been examining the case. We have the civil case. We haven't found any evidence of Officer Rolfe being a racist or anything like that from what we've seen so far. So,
yeah, this is a good thing. The civil part of it is great because the standard is different. The burden is different. So we're going to get to present our case. Officer Rolfe is going to have to talk. And he's going to have to talk about what he perceived and what he witnessed. What they talked about a lot was his perception and these officers' perception, and it's in the heat of the moment and their perception, right? So we're going to get to talk to them about what their perception was.